Please, come, sit. I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
We visit society. Which one's more real, really? I mean, which one's really real? You know what I mean?
You're watching Gina Parker Smith, a live World Link Tonight exclusive.
This is off the charts.
You realize you could buy the network.
Yeah, why would he? Son of a bitch pulls in 650 million pay-per-views for a single broadcast.
Going live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First, there was Society, the ultimate sim environment, where players don't control virtual animated characters, but actual living, breathing human beings. They walked them, they talked them, they juiced them, they rocked them.
Rickety-dickety-doo.
We had that on t-shirts back in 2010.
The creation of reclusive genius Ken Castle.
Who is Ken Castle?
Society took the world by storm, becoming the #1 guilty pleasure of billions.
You can get paid to be controlled, or you can pay to control.
And generating one of the world's largest private fortunes, surpassing Bill Gates practically overnight. 9 months ago, Castle unveiled a new simulation, one that would take gaming to new heights of thrilling excess and controversy.
Slayers.
Slayers. If society let us live through others, Slayers would let us die through others. Slayers gives the gamer full control of a flesh and blood human being in full-scale kill or be killed combat. And when we say flesh and blood, we mean flesh and blood.
Slayers.
Slayers.
Why isn't it murder?
Gina, when's the last time you saw somebody volunteer to be murdered? I'm sure you know that every last one of our Slayers is a bona fide death row inmate. Each one offered the chance to participate as an alternative to their sentence. You stay alive for 30 sessions, you get set free. That's not a bad goddamn deal.
And has any of these men or women actually survived long enough to be set free?
Well, I'd remind your audience that Slayers was put together with the full cooperation and approval of the United States federal government, that the revenue it produces is responsible for funding our entire prison system, keeping the bad guys behind bars, and that the prop was voted for by a cock-solid 68% of the American public.
In an election tainted by suspected digital fraud. Let's talk about the so-called Genericons sent into the Slayers environment with a set of pre-programmed actions with no one controlling them and no way to react. Their chances of survival are next to nil.
There's plenty of men and women in prison who could never cut it as Slayers. Shouldn't they be given the same chance? Roll the dice for a ticket out? Besides, they only need to survive one session.
Right. So, Mr. Castle, how the hell does it work?
It begins with a single nanocell planted in the motor cortex of the brain. This cell can replicate, replacing the cells around it with perfect copies. And these copied cells contain remote access functionality. Therefore, nano plus cortex equals a nanox.
Isn't it true that every human that undergoes this procedure will have a distinct IP address, like a mobile device or notebook computer?
Similar, yeah, but control is strictly localized to the parameters of our gaming environments. You take society, for instance. Once a cast member has left the workplace, they are completely free from the control and monitoring of their player.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
Well, to some, maybe. To some. Don't you suspect a good many folks wouldn't mind a nitty bit of control? Someone else making all the decisions for you. No tough choices, no responsibilities.
This is not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Neo?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, son of a John Tillman. Man, I never thought I would be so happy to see your ugly face.
Scotch.
Scotch. Man, is it me or is this place fucking? They got me hooked up to computers 5 hours a day. Feeding me vitamins and pills and God knows what, giving me injections, taking and giving me blood. These nurses are wiping my ass. And they're male nurses too, bro. I can't believe they let you talk me into this. And I'm having these, like, blackouts. And it's scaring the shit out of me. I mean, I don't even know how long I've been here. Hey, man. Are they letting you out already, you son of a bitch?
I'm not getting out.
Okay. Johnny, you good?
I'm fine.
Man, you don't look fine.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not like you ever looked that good in the first place. What's the gun for, John?
What's happening?
Shh. Really, you're scaring me, man. What's the gun for?
I can't stop.
Stop what? What did they do to you, man?
John, stop it. You're scaring me now. Stop.
Sorry. Scotch.
No, John, don't. Stop.
Not the best commercial for King Castle.
He made him do it. Castle made him do it.
It was a test.
Cha-ching.
Excuse me, media whore. This isn't just a story. The whole world is splitting down the middle. Sooner or later, everyone's gonna have to take a side. Even scavengers like you.
Not bad for video, huh? The latest and greatest. I defy you to tell it from real life. You imagine porn on this thing?
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're almost a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I have tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never would go so well, that I've got you under my skin. I would sacrifice.
You're awesome. Guys, Cable. You don't care about me. You just want your little sugar pie, I know. So don't do anything stupid. My house, my rules. Come on, I want to show you something. I wanted to thank you for leading me to them, by the way. The humans' cell, that is. I killed most of them. Of course, sooner or later, they'd be whistling my tune just like everybody else, but... Meantime, it was that little cracker program they dreamed up that got my attention. That was a genuine nuisance, no doubt about it. One thing even they didn't know, though, I'm wired too. I replaced 98% of my own noodles with nanotissue years ago. But mine's different. It's built to send, to transmit, whereas every other nanocell that I put out there, including the ones in your head, Cable, designed to receive. I think it, and you do it. We're talking every Slayer, everyone in Society City. I believe your better half would fall under that category, provided they're within range of my transmitters.
Very nice, Castle. So you got an army of psychotics and deviants to dance around for you.
You're thinking small, Cable, but not as small as me. See, nanocells are real small. 1,000 times smaller than these dust particulates. You inhale it, they go to work, replicating, spreading like a virus, multiplying in exponentials. 6 months' time, I could have 100 million people. Converted ditch diggers, porn stars, and presidents. Not one would be the wiser. 100 million people who buy what I want them to buy and vote how I want them to vote.